not the way you want to end the series, or especially with Aiden on 67 and possibly looking at 100. Is that not the way you want to end it?
Yeah, not at all. Obviously, there wasn't a lot of runs still to get still, but yeah, there was a lot of things that I would have liked to unfold tonight. Obviously, Aiden being one of them, batting well and getting some big runs, but it's good signs that he. I mean, we all know he's a very good player, but it's just about turning that corner and making the runs a little bit more. So very, very chuffed for him. But also the rest of the batting lineup. A chance for JP, Rassi, even Dwayne and Andile in a chase. It would have been perfect. If there was a little bit of pressure that you can take from, because every game there's something you can take from it. So that was unfortunate that it was stopped short. But once again, we bowled really, really well. And this whole series, we've stopped Sri Lanka from even trying to get a score that was close to good enough on the day.
Faf, obviously it's your last game now before those 3 warm-ups before the World Cup. Are you sort of happy where the team is at this moment, or would you like to play a few more games before you get there?
In a perfect world, yes. The IPL is there. You can't change the IPL, so I think all teams would say yes to that. They would say possibly international cricket leading up into the World Cup would be the perfect road towards the World Cup, but that's the same for all the teams now. So you can only do what's in front of you, and we've played really good cricket against Sri Lanka. This 5 matches, we were ruthless in all 5 games. So now it's about, some guys are going to the IPL and some guys are staying here. So it's about wherever you're going, that you're making sure that your game is being looked after, so that when you step onto that plane, that you are in the best possible cricketing form that you can be.
Faf, would you say that the competition itself, a lot of people are saying either England or India are the favourites to win it. Would you actually open it up to more teams actually competing in this tournament?
We're going to, obviously, because England is in England, it's home conditions, and they've been playing some good cricket. They are one of the favourites. India and Australia have proven that they are good tournament teams. But for me, it's form. It's really, it comes down to the form that you're on as a team, as individuals, as the players. If you have 3 or 4 out of your batting lineup hitting purple patches, it literally changes the whole tournament. If you have bowlers on top of the game, Pakistan no one would have said they would be even close to favourites moving into the Champions Trophy 2 years ago in England. Just managed to bowl really well as a unit together, and they kept bowling sides out and surprised a lot of teams. So yeah, we're going there with that exact same mindset. It's nice to go as a team that has not spoken a lot of. I like the fact that we're going as a team with less pressure, and I feel we've done quite a bit of things on that. So I think as a team we're going there as prepared as we can in that aspect.
You mentioned the bowlers, and they've obviously done very well in the series. It seems to be a trade-off that you pick 4 quality bowlers who are not necessarily very good batsmen. Is that the formula you see going forward?
A trade-off, yes, in the sense that, I believe if you can bowl teams out cheaply, that obviously then you have to score less runs. I've sat on the other side of the fence where we've had a very, very long and very strong batting lineup in tournaments before, and it didn't prove successful for us as a team. So you can only learn from what the mistakes that you've made, and you can look at other teams where they've got it right. And I can use purely the last example is Pakistan. They had a very average batting lineup. You felt like they were even running close to the best batters in the tournament, but it didn't matter to them because they kept bowling teams out. So I believe if we can do that, if we can bowl teams out, the top 6 that we have is still the best 6 batters in the country. And then your number 7 is we've worked hard on making sure that our number 7 all-rounder is someone that can contribute with the bat as well. So a trade-off, yes, in the fact that we don't have a long batting lineup. But as I said, I've been part of the other side, and statistically I've looked at it long and hard, and myself and the coach worked on exactly the style of team that we think has got the potential to win it. And we believe certainly that going to England, if your bowlers can win your matches, then you've got a big chance.
So how much confidence does a 5-0 win against Sri Lanka give you?
It's great to win 5-0, obviously, and that goes without saying. But for me, it was more about this series in making sure there was a few things that we wanted to work on and try and improve on, and I felt that happened. You know, I think after the second game we didn't bat as well as we wanted. Since then we were very good with the bat. The bowling spoke for itself. The way Imran's bowled this series, yeah. So certainly from a wicket taking capability, it's massive for us. So the fact that we won 5-0, yes, it's great, but it's not the results this series that was so important for us as the leadership group. You know, even if we lost 2 or 3 games and we gained momentum or took strides towards getting things right and better to where towards we wanted to go as a team, then that was also going to be successful. So obviously if the results comes, then it's great.
It looks like there's 16, maybe 17 names now that have to get made.
Is that what it looks like?
That's what it looks like. And in making that decision now in the weeks that follow, do you pay any attention to what happens in domestic cricket over the next few weeks and months? Or do you make that decision based on what you've seen over these last 2 series?
Yeah, we have taken probably close to 2 years to get where we needed to be in terms of the names, the 17 that you speak of. And I think that you have to be true to that, because you've given it time, you've given it maturity to grow and to see how it evolves. So you have to try and be as true as that as possible, but you also have to allow 1% or maybe 2% where you go, which guys are red hot and striking in really, really good form. So yeah, if I have to put a number, I have to say probably 98, 99% sure, and then you leave the rest for someone who's in a real purple patch.
Faf, you spoke about purple patch, you joined one of those. You were talking about 4, we're talking about 3. Are you comfortable at 3? Is that even going for World Cup?
I mean, discussions we've been having is it's, you know, personnel who comes into the team. Obviously, when Aiden came back, we feel like he's more suited for in the top 3. Yeah, so, and I think if Rassi is there, Rassi is similar to myself. He can bat 3 or 4. So what we wanted to do this series is we wanted to make sure, I mean, Rassi batted 3 against Pakistan the whole series, I think, if I'm right. So we wanted to make sure we give him an opportunity to bat 4 this whole series to improve his game as well and to make him grow as a player. All 5, I think the one game he batted 5. Because we know he did really well at number 3. And then, you know, when we get to England and we start playing a couple of warm-up games and have a look and see what the conditions are doing and see what do we feel was going to be our best batting lineup. But the fact that we've been moving around a little bit in the unit has given us great confidence as a unit that the plan was for batters to get used to playing different roles, different circumstances, not just be one role and that's the only way I can play. So I feel we've done that. Even Aiden, when he went back to domestic cricket, it was great for him to bat at number 5. You know, guys like that, it's important. Whoever our batters and our backup batters will be guys that will be able to be flexible in terms of coming in anywhere.
Just a mention on JP and Imran, this being their final home ODI, and in particular with Imran, his economy rate this series.
Yeah, Imran is bowling up there with the best I've seen him bowl. You know, he's always had a very, very dangerous googly and a slider, but he's added a big leg spinner to that as well. So that's going to make him even more of a weapon. He certainly hasn't been nicking guys off right down as a lot in his career, and he's doing that now as well. So that's very good that he's improving as a spinner. But yeah, it's been really nice to sit with the guys and you know, give them a little bit of a send off. You know, it's 2 great servants of South African cricket. The game in Durban was also rain affected, so that wasn't obviously for Imi's farewell. It wasn't perfect, and tonight wasn't perfect for JP. I think you look at games like this and you think you're going to be the guy score a 6 of the last, and you know the crowd's going to salute you, but it's nothing like that for those 2 guys. You can just see that they're having fun, they're enjoying their cricket. Imran is having the best time of his life, and that's the kind of space we want to be in as a team. You know, we want to play with freedom. We want to play. Guys must have fun on the field because I feel then they express themselves the most.
You spoke about the
play?
I'm definitely not that powerful to control the IPL. But yeah, perfect world. It's important. You know, it's been a very long season, especially for the guys who play 3-format cricket for South Africa. You know, so it won't be the end of the world if the 3-format players don't play all the games in the IPL. It'll give them some time to rest. And if it's possible, if we can get, especially the 3-format players, or even some guys like a week break before we join up together, that's something that will be great for us as the Proteas. So we see if that's a possibility within the IPL.
What will make of Anrich Nortje in the few matches that he's played, and could he be a potential surprise package at the World Cup for other teams that haven't seen?
Yeah, I was impressed with him. Knew that he had pace. I mean, watching from the sideline and hearing all the stuff that was spoken about him, so knew that there was that. But international cricket, it's not just about pace. You need to have an element of control as well. And certainly given him opportunity the last 4 games, and that was our plan. We wanted to make sure we give him as much games as possible to really give him the fairest opportunity of putting his name in the hat. But he's got pace and control. When you give him a plan, he can execute it with his control. So that's really important for a fast bowler. And then, as we know, he can crank it up. So yes, he's definitely a possibility. We know the fast bowling attack that we have. So if we feel like we need one more in terms of if one of those went down and we wanted to replace him with a straight swap fast bowler for a fast bowler, then he's definitely a big candidate for that.